And don't forget, like, subscribe, and click the bell.
And hello and welcome one and all to yet another episode of the Creedence and Bishop Show. The whole gang's here. Myself, Bishop, Mikey the Legend, and Knox. Yes, Mikey, get to eat.
Knox with the new hat and the cheeseburger that Mikey made at his house.
Happy birthday, burger.
Yeah, boy, we had so much planned last week, and Knox out of nowhere took off in a split of a second and went to where?
Well, listen, I did do my best. I didn't know that was planned that day, so I did my best to keep you informed.
2 hours before we went live,
He forgot it was Wednesday.
Better
he
than
forgot
zero.
it was his birthday. He forgot he was already in Pennsylvania, dude.
Now listen, can we just clear up one thing though? Because I'm a little, I have to get this off my chest.
Uh-oh. Here it comes, everybody. Get ready.
Now, you know, I appreciate
This is when he tells us where
whatever it is that you had planned, but not a single one of you took time out of your day to wish me a happy birthday.
No, because we had an hour and a half of a birthday celebration planned that we planned, I don't know, 2.5 weeks ahead of time, getting a hold of over 30, 35 people or so, buying cameos. We were all going to sit and eat cake together. There was a whole thing. Yeah. So when we had found out at that point, that's when I said happy birthday. When
The thing was,
we were already gone.
We were going to not say anything because we wanted you to be surprised when we got on.
Well, I would have been surprised, and I felt really bad. I'm sorry.
Part of it.
We didn't even guess how long it would take for you to say,
right.
By the way,
Right.
Today's my birthday. None of you said happy birthday.
So the whole show was going to be a birthday party, first of all. And we're also going to play it off as if it's a regular show and start it and see. We took bets on how long it would be until you had said that. And then we were going to get the birthday festivities rolling. And unfortunately, we found out within, a couple hours that
I'm sorry.
It wasn't happening.
And
So
if they
then,
hadn't told me that it was your birthday, I would have known. I blocked you a long time ago on Facebook, so I didn't know.
It's a lot of work, man.
Get that
So I
off
don't
your
get to. So we're not going to talk about any because when I double checked your story.
With one person
With
that was nice enough, with one person that was nice enough not to kill the thing, because at one point we were still thinking about putting it together for this week to still do it. So thankfully
you didn't do it.
Why would we? It's like celebrating Christmas the week after.
Yeah, especially because, as I said in the chat, lots of people had moved things around on their schedule for the birthday thing, and
not
this
having
week
a
was not
funeral for all the people out of town during the main funeral. A second funeral.
Had the sound effects all ready to go. Had a very special guest to sing happy birthday, by the way, which would have been really good because it was a celebrity.
Creed got a haircut for the event.
I did too, but yeah, it was a lot of work.
So.
I really am sorry.
I would do
That's
too.
Like for real. I mean, I felt terrible. Notice that I did keep my word that I would let you guys know if I wasn't going to make it on, which I did.
I agree, lamb chops.
Within a couple of hours. Yeah, we saw the fire's huge, by the way. With what they were saying, maybe possibly some ammunition or something. That was
I mean, we just had a fire in Compton not too long ago.
Yeah,
that was massive.
Gina made it over to YouTube. I'd love Gina. That deserves a hallelujah in its own right.
Glad you made it.
So now everybody has a chance to say happy belated birthday to Knox.
Even though they were all pumped up and ready to go.
That would be me, Becky.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up, Creed. So it was a dirt track, correct?
No, it's Bristol Motor Speedway, and they trucked in over 2,000 truckloads of dirt and made it a dirt track.
Yeah, I saw it in some of your photos. I was like, I can see the ground still. Yeah. I wish they would have broke up all the asphalt. And
you can't. Yeah, that's not the ground. That's tire wear. That is black tire.
Black tire wear.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had a lot of tire wear, but yeah, no, there was I don't remember how many inches, but a lot of sawdust, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even a foot of sawdust all the way around to because that pavement is kind of sacred. You know what I mean?
Is it?
Yeah. As soon as you pave a racetrack, it changes
it's crucified in Bristol.
Changes the entire thing. But yeah,
did you get me anything in Connecticut while you were there? Wrong Bristol. Go ahead, dude.
Wrong Bristol, dude. Didn't get that one. But yeah, it was cool. Yeah, no, the black marks that you see, that is
don't know geography, dude. Go ahead.
That is just tires. There's lots of dirt on it.
The one photo that you put up of you, I thought that was an old woman because you had goggles on the top front of your head. And I thought that was gray hair sticking out. I was like, who is this old woman that's there with Creed that he wanted to take a photo of? And then a closer look, I was like, oh, that's Creed looking like an old woman.
So the funny thing is overnight, it got really cold. It wasn't even going to be a high of 50 at the race. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling, now listen, the people that we were there with, they're from New York, so they could care less. Now, me and my fiance, we needed a little. We were
long time.
No, we were a little worried about being freezing cold and a lot of times you are in the shade there, which makes it even colder. So we wanted to make sure we bundled up. So we even brought blankets with us too.
Oh, it didn't look very crowded.
It's what they call social distancing. It's a very big crowd.
I thought it was just called an empty stadium.
No one likes racing anymore.
Yeah, yeah. While you're sitting here in your children's chair, dude. Made for Chinese kids, dude.
I'm just saying listen, you guys busted my chops so hard when I had one of those chairs. Everybody hated on it. And now it's cool that Creed has one.
That's right.
Funny.
Well, get with it. Cool. Listen, there was
not go crazy.
Yeah.
Those Bristol races usually do sell out, and they are usually a big amount of people, but for this was so limited. By the way, so tickets around $100 if you got them in the beginning. They were selling over 1,000 up until Sunday. Because it's been sold out for weeks and weeks now. Here is the old lady there.
Yeah, see, doesn't it? When you first glance at it, it looks like hair.
It's like curly hair out of the top.
Yeah. So I was like, who is it? Because with all the photos on Facebook, it was like a little smaller one. I was like, who is this old? I was like, my God, how many mother has let herself go? She must
how many
be
trips
sick.
down? Sorry, Bish. How many trips down to the concession stand did you make?
No.
Right. And what are you eating there?
Well, well, let me tell you this. So I usually when we're traveling with the people that we vacation with all the time, usually we're all in sync pretty well. One thing that you never, ever, ever do is eat at a racetrack or any event, really. If there's vendors outside or restaurants around there, go eat there. Don't buy the garbage that they give you.
Garbage.
For very, very, very high prices. So I wanted to, there's some vendors down the way where you come in that did not get flooded out like all the other vendors in the big vendor area. that got flooded out the day before. Anyways, we went right in because we had to meet and go right in. So we had no time for that. So then Emily goes down and she gets me a burger and it is frozen because apparently the microwave didn't work properly, because remember it microwaves from the inside out, as Knox told us one time.
I'm sure that you ate that without saying anything.
Around the corner. Oh, yeah, I didn't say nothing.
You pulled a mic, you didn't say a word.
Right. Yes, of course. I said nothing about
Sweetie,
that.
that's all he said.
The fries were okay, but freezing cold. And it was probably about $9, but yeah. So anyways, we had a good time. It was a good race. I was scared as all hell Sunday night because of we're right on, well, you guys probably didn't see it, but the cabin that we had was massive, on top of a mountain. I mean, on top of the mountain. And the winds were whipping all night. It's 30 degrees. It was absolutely insane.
I don't think that you put any pictures up of that this time.
I didn't. We're at the end of a steak. We got a steak. I did a
walkthrough.
A little walkthrough through the cabin. It was very impressive. One of the nicest we've ever had. I mean, really nice. So.
No, I missed the walkthrough after we have a steak. Sorry about that.
We got a steak.
Whatever. Whatever.
Creedence and Bishop Show YouTube. Thank you.
Yeah,
Love when Knox shows up, it turns into a table reading of Mean Girls. Chuck says, Knox, happy belated birthday. Good to see you, Chuck.
Thank you, Chuck.
What's going on?
Did you guys really spend money on cameos?
Oh, I thought we got past all this.
No, we're
moving the show on.
Circling back, dude. Circling back.
Curious.
I asked one person. They said you never contacted them. Must be the whole thing's bullshit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, odds laughing. Listen, 30 is cold for me, and under 50 is cold. I'm sorry, I know. We have a high or a low of 29 overnight, and then another in the 30s, and then it goes back to like the 70s.
Creed has a horrible iron deficiency that just wreaks havoc on his system.
He was actually, that's why he had those goggles on his head. He wasn't worried about the dirt. He was worried about his eyeballs drying out. He normally wears 2 to 3 pairs of glasses.
Yes.
To stop the wind.
I was really happy that I had a mask with me because that came in handy with the nonstop dirt thrown in your face. I knew better. I didn't take those
loud.
Goggles. Very. Like
it's a NASCAR event. What are you talking about?
It's a Coliseum. It's all the way around it. So it's very loud, like to the point where you're an idiot if you don't have hearing protection. Well, I brought mine, but my fiance forgot hers. And so I sat there without.
It's just tough luck for her.
You didn't just go buy her a set of earplugs?
No. She's got to learn, Knox. She has to learn a lesson.
I'd let her wear them. I had the 2 hoodies up the entire time. Yeah, Becky, I didn't even ask any prices from what she was getting. Like I said, I was pissed. We had some great food Saturday when we got there, right before it started raining and had to leave. And of course, the race was supposed to be Sunday, then postponed till Monday. I'll tell you the best deal in the house, though, across from the big "It's Bristol, baby" sign. Across the street, nice tits.
Nice gut. Yes.
Nice gut, Randy.
Wow. I thought we were
is the real big tall boys for $5. I mean, that's a deal when you're at an event.
That is really good.
What kind of tall boy?
Cloud9, we saw that as a big one.
Another pallet fire again.
Good evening.
Wow.
Maybe it is because maybe it's in the same spot. Yeah. Are you I had an idea. Watch. Hey guys in the chat. You guys will enjoy this. Watch this. So I have a great idea for Poor Sports. Since I'm already behind the scenes for Poor Sports, I thought after Poor Sports, I can jump on with you guys and we can go through bets. So Poor Sports bets for the weekend games, or pick a couple of games from the weekend and put some money on it.
So what you're saying is Poor Sports betting.
Exactly. And just do it.
That sounds
tag
good.
Tag it on at the end.
I'll allow that.
I thought it'd be fun.
But yes, Chris. Now it's Family Insurance Park or whatever it's called. No longer Miller.
Good to see you, official. Good to see you.
Flusha, that red dirt, like when you try to wash it off, it just kind of just smears on you. It's so
Creed was
bad.
telling me they were selling the dirt after
Yes.
the race for $25 a jar.
During, so it wasn't even actually like raced on, so they already had it. Yeah, in a mason jar, $25, but it, it goes to charity.
Mm-hmm. Sure it does.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that.
Y'all want regular dirt or racist dirt that's been used during the races?
Thanks for wearing pants, Knox. That almost got awkward.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for wearing pants. I don't know how that
Mr.
happened.
Nasty.
You know what was great?
Here we go.
When I was at my mom's, I was able to go into the, my mom's always trying to pass stuff off to me when I leave. Like, here, you have to take this.
Parents,
yada, yada,
my
yada.
parents still do that to me too. with things.
Well, she was trying to get me to take one of my dad's jackets, but it didn't fit me. But there were three pairs of slacks, dude, hanging up. I think that he only wore like once before he passed away. So I got some dead man's pants on right now.
Oh, nice.
I don't know about that.
For the win.
You wouldn't wear your dad's pants if they fit?
I don't know. That's kind of weird.
If they were in good shape? I mean, they're Izod's.
I think I would.
They're nice.
Tags,
they're nice.
tags
They're
still
nice.
on? We saying tags still on?
Tag was not on him. No. Kahake pants.
Nope.
Knox,
I think
did
I would've
you
taken him to
dye
Goodwill.
your mustache or beard or something? It's looking very dark tonight.
No, I didn't. But there's two spots, like right here. It's a little bit thicker.
Sharpie.
It's not
Oh yeah, is
Sharpie.
it right? Right about right.
It's
right.
just darker.
Right here.
I don't color anything. You know.
I think we
good
should
well.
look. What you should do, since the three of us have facial hair, 1 week we should dye our facial hair like jet black, like
Nah,
the blackest it'll get,
I think it'd be funny.
and that would be hilarious. I mean, hilarious. And it don't last long. It wouldn't be like very long, just for men.
You're right, Ontario. You're right.
All right. Coming up on tonight's show, by the way, we didn't even get to that yet. We've been live for 17 minutes. CMB News at 9 coming up in a bit. Pretty good one for you. Also, of course, the mailbag, which we're going to jump into in a minute. But also, I want to do a little round and take a look at some strip club reviews. I've got one in particular.
Oh,
It's
nice.
a tiny little strip club. And I mean tiny, tiny. And I read through 2 or 3 reviews, and I said, okay.
I've got mine already pulled up, and
You
it
got
has
some-
connections to the show.
Okay, fantastic. I figured that Bish would have 1 or 2 to take a look at. Same with, I don't know, Knox. When was the last time you were at a strip club, Knox?
It's like, what day is it?
What day is it? Can you please tell me?
I'm trying to think.
Did you wear your dad's dead man black to a strip club?
Khakis.
No, definitely not.
Don't
Khakis,
get no snail trails on my dad's dead pants.
Grind real
That
good.
reminds me of the time. That reminds me of
Right
the
for
time
my
that,
dad in heaven.
that I went to the cave and saw Bish.
Pops always did love a good.
Oh,
lap
that was
dance.
that was Colorado when I fell asleep during a series of lap dances and owed a lot of money at the end of it.
Guess what day it is?
Is this what day is this?
Oh, it's been so long since we've gotten to do what day it is. Well, today is a very important day because today is a whole bunch of days. We got Cesar
You don't have to
Chavez
scream.
Day,
You don't have to scream.
Dance Marathon Day, Eiffel Tower Day, Manatee Appreciation Day, the International Transgender Day of Visibility. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
National She's Funny That Way Day. National Farm Workers Day, National Crayon Day, which all my crayons were broken when I was a kid because I always colored too hard.
Aww.
National Clams on the Half Shell Day, National Little Red Wagon Day, National Prom Day,
Stop it, Mikey.
National Tater Day,
Tater.
and
I'm a
today is
tater
also
hater.
today is also Terry's Day, and that's in honor of Terry Schiavo.
You sure it's not in honor of the guy? Terry, move your wheelchair, Terry.
You know, that brand new video, that viral video that came out yesterday.
It's also World Backup Day.
That's one of the greatest.
Backup Terry Day.
It was so great. And I just want to share this story because it wasn't that long ago that Knox went on a binge of letting everybody know about that video with Terry and the fireworks. And he thought it was brand new.
Some people thought it was funny.
I'm sure a lot of people thought it was funny for the 15th time that they've seen it. And they probably weren't, they weren't going to hurt your feelings like we did about that.
Can I ask a quick question about the Denver or Colorado strip club story that not
Shotgun Willie's is what the name of the place was.
So you fell asleep during private dances, and when you woke up, how much money did you owe? How long were you asleep?
I owed $270.
Oh my god!
And it was bad. Here's what happened.
Just turn the meter on, babe.
So Shotgun. So Shotgun Willie's has a dispensary upstairs and a strip club downstairs.
Oh, of course they do.
All right, I was wondering why. Okay.
Yeah, I had about 30 milligrams of chocolate, and got a little relaxed, fell asleep. And when I woke up, the girl said, "Listen, you already owe $270. You better wake up." What she said to me, I didn't even know I was asleep.
When you woke up, was she just sitting next to you, or was she pretending to dance?
No, she was still in my. No, she was still in my lap. I mean,
she was still on my lap, dude.
Yeah.
She cut and pried.
However, she had to walk with me over to the ATM machine.
Oh well, yeah. Of course, that's very courteous.
Do you have any idea how long you were asleep?
4 songs.
How many songs were you back there before that?
I mean, I don't know. It was like 4 or 5 songs. I owed like $270.
Was it like $75 a song?
Right.
At least 50.
Oh wow.
I think, but she was pretty good looking. Her name was Wednesday.
She was pretty good looking. Well, that they charge more for the better looking ones. That reminds me real quick. I'm sorry, of a Zach Burke story. They had this feature dancer here in Wilmington at Pure Gold for like an anniversary show or something, and they wanted me to do comedy before she goes up, which is of course a great idea, a wonderful idea. So she does 3 shows, right? The first 2 are fine, and then the last one, of course, is like 1 o'clock in the morning, and people don't want to see some guy joking on people for 5 minutes before the person. Anyway, so Zach Burke goes with me, and this girl I used to know that worked at the club where I used to work, she latched on to him, and he was moving money from savings to checkings to get these dances. So I'm like, Zach, how much has she got you for? So he starts talking, and he's like, I think the dances were like 25 a piece. And he's like, well, the dances are 40 a piece. I said, no, they're not. They're 25. He said, well, she's black, so they're charging me more. I'm like, what? What? No, it doesn't work like that. What are you talking about? She's charging you more, you idiot. She's pocketing, the $15.
You saw him coming from a mile away.
The house isn't like, the hot black ones are more expensive than the hot white ones.
Yeah, they got them separated. These ones are $1.50 a song. These ones are $25, but those ones over there $40.
It's like a reduced.
It's like retread. You want retread tires or new tires?
Right.
They'll get you where you're trying to go, but some will last longer.
I need a porn stash.
I thought it was porn stash. I was like, yeah, he's got one of those. I bet.
Yeah, I used to.
That week, I actually fell asleep a few times. I fell asleep during a really nice meal at a really nice restaurant.
Excuse me, sir. You've ate 6 plates of food while you've been asleep. You owe us $3,000.
Great place to start with Shotgun Willie's in Glendale, Colorado. 1-star review, way overpriced and total mismanaged.
Oh,
seem to
not
be running,
mismanaged.
running themselves out of business. Horrible customer service. Tried to go to my car to get a lighter.
To burn the place down.
The bald-headed black guy at the door tells me that it's after 2 a.m. and there is no re-entry. I look at my phone and it's exactly 2:02 a.m. Really? I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. It's no problem if you want to go to your car, especially when you have paid. Well,
maybe they're about to shut down. Maybe
security always loves it when they tell you that you're from another state and that state that you're not in allows you to do that. Yeah. By the way, I'm from Atlanta. Good for you. Go back to Atlanta.
D says, warning, unless you like smoking, avoid this place. Cigarette and cigar smoke is ridiculous. They would get a much better clientele if they had an outside smoking area.
I don't remember that happening.
Rather disappointing.
What are 1-star reviews on this place?
Yeah, because I have filtered for the.
Okay.
I mean, they're good. Look at it, 4.2, 945 reviews. They're a good place.
So far, not so good.
Or they just pay
in Atlanta.
Or they just pay, Google to make sure to,
right,
do the job, baby.
I like Paul's 1-star. It was closed. Drunk and druggy people all around wearing Izods.
You just took the words right out of my mouth.
Went with our corporate staff and didn't feel very secure over there. Some guy over in the corner just passed out drooling on himself.
With a really hot girl on his lap.
Named real name Wednesday.
Uh-huh. Listen.
I asked her dude for her Facebook. She said, nah.
We're listening.
No comment. Anyways.
That night that I went out and visited you over at the cave, bitch, did you tell that girl to do a little extra for me?
Oh gosh, I totally forgot about that until you just mentioned that.
And I came walking out of the
Inquiring minds want to know. Real quick, John Cron says, ordered a Coors Light, got a Miller, and then they wouldn't fix their mistake, claiming the bees was too warm. Ha ha. What a joke of an establishment.
Okay, yes, I remember that now. Knox come there, and we were talking, and she knew that he was a buddy of mine. And I don't know. I mean, maybe she just knew that you were a friend of mine and wanted to look out for my friends. But Knox is back there forever. And then he comes walking up, and I'm behind the bar. And I think you just kept walking out the door, didn't you? You just said, all right, dude, I'll see you. But he's doing the hunch walk.
Right after he just left. Why? Because it was still protruding?
Yes. And everyone could
nothing to see here. Well, waddle.
And I think he was wearing some Izod Dockers or something. And
K-Swiss, baby.
His white K-Swisses. And everyone could see that she
had done a good job.
That he was still very excited about the service that he received. And I remember we just started dying laughing, and he's dying laughing, walking out of the establishment. It was very funny. Yes, that was very funny. No, what do you mean? Like I'm like some sort of like Hugh Hefner, like
give him
he's
a
senator of Kansas, baby.
Gina says that the guys from my job knew I was Catholic and asked me if I went to St. James. Took me months to figure out they were talking about a strip joint.
Oh.
Fletcher says, Creed, I've been kicked out of the Claremont in Atlanta after I paid $5 for the Blondie beer can.
Have you ever been to Magic City? That's where you need to go.
Magic City, no.
Yeah. Magic City. By the way, I would like to share mine. By the way, this is a former establishment that our good friend Bishop once worked at.
Yes,
for very long nice reviews.
This is the same place where we were just talking about good old Knox.
2.5 stars.
That's pretty high, actually, I think, isn't it?
I mean, look like 3 stars.
I mean, this guy gave it 3 stars, and he says, I don't know why, but I've been coming to this place for 5 years and love it. But only give it 3 stars, by the way. It's a nice chill place if you want to grab a drink and see some girls. But then you go down to these ones, and it's not that great. I mean, I'm gonna let you. Why does that look like that? By the way, that looks awful on there. See how bad it looks? Oh, that looks terrible. It says,
what do you mean looks bad? The really small writing?
Yeah, it's like
bump it up. Small. Go up to the little corner thing and just go up to like 200%. Pop it up.
Can you see it now, dude?
There you go.
Yes, there you go, dude.
Creed, go ahead and read that.
You know when a bug is buzzing in your ear and starts to fly in your ear canal? That ultra sensitive vibration that instantly makes you shake your head like you're listening to a Slayer album and slap the hell out of your hearing organ. That is strikingly similar to the sound that a Ukrainian stripper did to me while at the cave. If she was from Eastern Europe, then she was a wife of a Marine that met her while on embassy duty. That's the problem with most strip clubs in Marine towns. All the strippers are either wives of Marines, daughters of Marines, or locals equals no dice. Oh, so he's trying to get laid, right?
Mm-hmm.
She performed this half purring, half buzzing noise that drove me insane. I quickly told her I wasn't interested in a dance, and she eventually left. The place is a hole. A rinky stage with dicey characters everywhere, including Bishop. Yeah. Definitely a place not frequented by the swarms of boot Marines straight out of boot camp. We were boot, yes, but we heard this place was dive, and I'm a glutton for dives. Keep an eye out for the women with a killer C-section scar across her midsection. I support single mothers, just not single mothers with meth habits.
That's a lot. That's long.
Yeah. It was well written. I mean, this lady just went right to it. Wasn't overly impressed, but the bartender from Jersey was super cool to talk to.
He was
too. I think that was Bishop they were talking about.
Yeah, I used to say, I'm from Jersey, babe.
How often did guys go in there trying to get extras and stuff? Did you catch women doing extras?
I mean, people would try to do extras outside of our establishment, but we would tell them that they couldn't do that. They could go elsewhere and do their extracurricular activities. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like if you don't see it, you don't know it's happening, But yeah, people would. After a while, there was a lot of, you'd have to let go of some girls sometimes, when you bring your other business to work, but technically your other business is here at work, but you know what I'm saying? You can't just don't rub our faces in it. We know what's going on, but no one was humping in the place. I remember one time this stripper, excuse me. I remember one time this swinger group, this guy come in and he looked around. He's like, yeah, I'm with this. And I didn't know it was a swinger group. He's like, yeah, I'm with this club, this group. And we're thinking about having an event here. I'm like, okay. So he's looking around and he's like, yeah, we would like to rent your, I'm like, well, what is your group? And he tells me, and it's not like, Eastern North Carolina swing group or nothing like that. It's like it was named something that didn't sound like a swinging group at all. So I'm looking it up online and I'm reading it. And I'm like, wait, this is a swingers group. And he's like, once he sees my face, he's like, hold on. Okay. Basically, the people that are with us, we want to rent out your back room, the VIP room. And the people with us will have different colored wristbands on. So we can only interact with the people that we bring. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Okay.
I talked to my boss. And of course, my boss said no, which,
She said, how much money they got, Bishop?
right. Well, no, business was good then, so she didn't need, she didn't need to turn into a dog fighting club quite yet. So,
by the way, this says this place sucks. Once again, I was the DD. Strippers were fat and smell funny. I give this hole in the wall crappy strip club 1 star. You lucky I can't give you 0 stars. Crap hole.
How about the time the bishop got yelled at and had to go step over a dead body to keep the music rolling?
Oh,
No, that wasn't me. That's why I quit. I heard about that.
Oh, you heard about that. That's right.
Yeah, that wasn't me. That's
All right.
That's why my illustrious career ended. After
So sorry.
after 8 years. But I was trying to find a exit out the business anyway. So all it took was a buddy of mine to die, and then I was like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should quit.
And she could care less.
Right.
So this is a local one with a reminiscent name that has nothing to do with any of the other ones. No, I mean it's
Great
a
spot. That's
extreme hole in the wall.
Mhm.
Charge me a $40 cover on Saturday with only one entertainer working. Then the manager kicked me out 20 minutes later because he heard me talking to another customer telling him to buy his buddy a lap dance. He told me not to tell people how to spend their money and kick me out. I was encouraging fun, making sure the dancer got paid and was spending money too. I've never seen a business that hates money. No wonder there's only one dancer. After a $25 cover,
Wow.
I waited 15 minutes for the dancer to come out. Not even sure if she was 18.
oh,
Well, now I know why you paid $25.
She only wanted to sell me a private dance. I already have herpes. No thanks.
I already have herpes. No thanks. Wow.
Wow.
Side-
I already got it.
Well, that's
already
good
got
on-
it.
That's good on him for keeping her safe. Listen, honey. I already have an STD. I don't want to even get you around that.
Side note, she couldn't even dance. I would rather have
Ooh.
seen the bartender dance. At least she seemed enthusiastic about dancing. Wendy likes the place.
Well, clearly Wendy works there. It's his awesome
Obviously.
work environment.
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Worst experience at a gentleman's club I've ever had. Dancers barely got up on stage. No motivation to dance. Don't waste your money here. Staff is horrible. Girls were okay, but paid more attention to getting pizza than a customer. $25 to get in. Didn't stay for 30 minutes. I understand BYOB and fully nude, but the girls were not fully nude. And dude wanted to kick me out for sleeping. Not true. I watched both girls. One danced two songs. The other one went to eat pizza. This must be the only place. Otherwise, they would not stay in business. And
I used to hate it when people would order food that worked there. Well, the dancers, and they would want to sit at the bar. I'm like, go to the back. No one wants to see you, eat pizza or tacos at the bar. Go to the back, please.
Did they not have very good table manners?
No, no one comes there to see. No, this is a fetish to see a woman sit there and eat food and not pay attention to you. If it was a fetish or something like, come and feed these bitches some pie or something, then we could have made some money. But no, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not pudding wrestling.
Well, this is from quite a few years ago, but I said music was okay, but the girls were on the bottom of the barrel type. The fact that I spent money I did hurts my heart. I just get the weirdest lap dances ever. I'm glad I could boost a couple of the girls' self-esteem, I guess.
And then he writes a bad review like that. I mean, that's not very nice. It's kiss and telling,
Bad place. First, the ladies are fat and drug addicts. No drinks at all. They told me to go to the gas station to get some beers. Really? Then when finally went to private, you have a guy next to you. Really? I prefer to watch porn, LOL. When I left, a guy who works there followed me until my car. I felt too bad. What? I was thinking he would do something to me. Guys just drive a little more and go to Charlotte. Was this person trying to get laid by one of the
what does that mean?
Security guys or STD? Go there and you will have one by the time you leave.
Isn't it kind of weird though? Like, these people like scroll up to this person's name, Timothy, whatever that person's name was. Like that there's a like they leave a review on this place, but they also leave a review on like Arby's, or they leave a review on like Carowinds or something like that. You just look at them like review history, and you're like, oh, they loved Carowinds, but they thought that they got an STD at the Crazy Horse in Rock Hill. This is,
I would imagine that there's quite a difference. Last one for this little one, this little place. Ugliest girls I've ever seen in my life. Then the ugly fat house mom dances as well. Ew. The club is in the middle of two houses on a side road. Looks dangerous and trashy overall. Disgusting.
But you went there, sir. You went there and spent your money. It's called an experience. Yeah.
Bishop, what if they were eating corn dogs or big sticks? Is that okay?
Well, that would have been fine. Yes. Then we could have done some sort of event around that. But no. No one wants to see you eat a Whopper that's been heated up in a microwave 3 times tonight.
Yeah. Oh.
Gross.
Follow it up with a Newport.
I got to go smoke now.
Speaking of that, you got any more, Mikey, or are we done?
Oh, thank you, Mikey. You're
Cool.
muted, by the way.
Yeah, he is. He doesn't know it yet.
Jerks.
What?
We didn't do that. You did that.
Jerks.
By the way.
Oh, Toby's.
Toby's, also right near my house. They had one good one right here, but then things went really bad.
Worst strip club ever. Fat F bouncer got made. We were tipping the girls. Girls were hot, but management is terrible. Fire the far. Does that say fat or far? Effing ginger that I might be back. Bish, did you ever work at Toby's?
Well, I was asked to work there by one Ivan Moody whenever he was going to go in business with the gentleman that owns that place. But then when I talked with the gentleman that owns that place that was supposed to own it with Ivan Moody from Five Finger Death Punch, and I told him what I was making at the time at my place, he said, well, maybe we could work out some sort of bonus thing. And I was like, no, I'd rather just get what I'm getting every week instead of some bonus.
All right, Bishop, you just missed your bonus. You can. I'm confident you can get there.
Right,
I know you can get there. That bonus is going to be yours.
Yeah, I just don't feel that the structure of the upper management of strip club will give me my yearly and monthly review. Let's see how you're doing.
They call it a bonus because it isn't guaranteed, Bishop.
You can make so much more in incentives.
Pay a $10 entry fee, then $495 for an hour dance, then a $260 tip before they even start dancing, and then 30 minutes of dance and 15 minutes of trying to get you to buy another. And
listen, pal.
It was 15 minutes early. They didn't make you feel welcome. Driftwood's way better.
See, that's why certain people shouldn't write reviews. Now we know that Joseph W. just got rolled by some girls.
Sorry, my dog was being crazy.
No, you're fine.
$260 tip. Is that standard?
No, this is a guy that got rolled by some girls, and that's the one thing I would feel bad about. Not kicking people in the head till they pass out and we throw them out on the sidewalk. But when younger guys when Joseph right there would come in, and
can you green screen him, please?
Poor Joseph.
People like Joseph, and they would just get, you're stuck in the web, son. You know what I'm saying? The spider has got you right where she wants you. And you do 2 dances. She says, you remember Rachel, Dad's Rachel?
Oh, she was a hustler.
Oh my God, she would get
Jason.
No kidding.
I missed.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I missed. Jason had a story, and I think I missed it or something. Those two. Oh, maybe that's what he's talking about. Oh, sorry, I missed it initially.
That's terrible.
But anyways, Rachel would get dudes for okay, let's buy 10 dances. So 10 dances, $25 a piece. Can't do my math right now. so then she would do like 2 dances and then be like, oh, let's get 20 more, or let's do the, and dudes would get like, she would have like 60, 70 dances from some dude, multiple, thousands of dollars. And she would, I was like, yeah, we're going to take, it got so bad that we had to take people's IDs and with their credit cards, and we make a copy of their IDs with their credit card. So
they couldn't claim it was fraud or something.
So the next day or when they claim it's fraud, we'd be like, yeah, but you gave us your ID. We have a photo of your ID with your card. And still, I don't even think that really stood up, like you still had to fight it. But man, it got so bad there for a long while.
Sammy says, me and my wife wanted to go out one night, went to the strip club, walked in, who was on stage. Oh, turned around. Oh, saw who was on stage, turned around and walked out. It was my stepdaughter.
Oh. Ooh. I had an experience kind of like that one time.
Oh, hell no.
I went up here to the La Mirage, just, to stretch my legs.
This is a fun one.
The girl is dancing. I see a girl.
He's like, oh, she hiding.
And I'm like, man, that girl looks familiar. Sitting there, I'm staring at her. I asked my wife, I said, do we know this girl? She looks really familiar. She's super young. And she's like, I don't know. So I said, let's get closer and try and find out. So we go up to Pervert Row. We go over the Pervert Row, sit down. The girl turns around and looks at me. And she's like, she's like, you don't remember me, do you? I was like, no, I don't, but you do look familiar. She's like, I hung out with your daughter. I grew up one street over from you guys. I said, oh, here's $1. Put them boobies in my face.
Nah.
Pervert Road.
Kevin Abbey says, what years did Bishop work there?
Ooh.
It's 2007, and then I worked there for 8 years, so that's 2015.
Jesus, was that 8 years?
Yeah, I worked for 8 years. Yeah,
wow, you didn't kill somebody while you were there.
We probably did, and I'm surprised I didn't get killed. I had multiple chances to get killed. Few guns.
Sammy said that she worked at a distributor at night. Well, she was distributing something.
Oh my God! It just started pouring rain.
Oh my God!
It happened to be earlier. I don't know. You want to pop up his audio really loud in here? What he's doing?
No,
you just want to. Hey, let's all just leave. Everybody leave. Let's just leave him. Just go. Just walk away.
Where are we gonna go?
How are we gonna know when he's back? What are you talking about? Let's just leave.
He just want to go. He's going to check the weather.
Right? Yeah, he's going to smoke. Let's all leave. We've got a live show. Let's leave and see how long everyone else sticks around for this gag. We don't know how long it's going to go, but we're going to leave. We're going to.
Rachel was tipping the stripper with her own money. She set her money down on the table next to me. Oh, she started to give me a lap dance. Oh, sure. That's
dirty. Story. That's dirty pool.
Yeah. That's awful. I'm sorry, Jason, you went through that. I'm sure there's support groups for people that have gone through just that sort of thing.
No, he's saying that his wife.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I was being facetious. Oh, look, Knox is back. And my dog's back.
All right, well, let's just leave. The dog is back. Hi, Knox.
Sorry about that.
You're okay.
I apologize.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Creed just wanted us all to leave and wait till you got back, which is a great. That's why he's the producer of Poor Sports. He has great ideas like that. Like, let's just leave and see how long until someone else gets back, and just have dead air.
Dead air, dude.
Where'd you have to go, Knox? Oh, pop top again.
Well, so I've got a
Yorkie.
There's a kid I'm taking care of. He had knee surgery.
Mm-hmm. Did he knock over the bucket of water you left him?
No, but I but I thought I heard him fall in the bathroom, so that's why I went. I felt.
Is he with you? Staying with you in the same place?
He's in my building. He's not in my apartment. But I felt like a heavy, like something hit the floor. I didn't hear it, but I felt it, like in my feet. So I was afraid. I was afraid that there was a kid, down in the.
Call me Florence Nightingale.
So the kid wasn't down. The kid didn't fall.
No, and he apologized and said it was just he's actually from Thailand, and he hit the wall of the shower with his elbow.
I saw that literally right before he said from Thailand. So he was in there trying to do something, and he was showering. Yes, something that boys might do in the shower. And you come in like the creepy butler.
Hey, I need some help over here.
No. I yelled from outside the door. I didn't go in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. You need a hand in here.
I said, "Hey, listen, did you fall down?" He said, "No." I said, "Okay."
He says, "Guess who? Coming in. I hope you're decent.
You need help scrubbing your back again." Well, that's good on you, Knox.
You got an itchy leg from all the surgery. You want me to scratch it for you? What kind of surgery did he have?
ACL.
Ooh. Sports related or just clumsy?
Yep. Sports related. Tennis player.
Oh no, his career's over.
Yeah, he's not the greatest player to begin with, which is why it was funny that he hurt himself that badly.
And his family just said, he'll be fine over there.
It was better for him to have it done here. It was a better situation for everybody. So
he's like, hello, it's Uncle Johnny coming in to check on you. What you doing? Want to come and stay in my room tonight? We can talk.
Never.
Hang out. Play some games.
I can rub your knee with some evaporated milk, dude.
Yeah.
I got some Bengay over here. Loosen you right up.
Mm.
Smell this rag. Does this smell like chloroform to you?
I took him right out of the old douchebag pickup lines of the week.
I miss those.
See, that's why I asked. Thank you, Bishop, for your help, and thank you, Knox, for your help with both of those.
Yeah, no problem.
That would have been great.
I was trying to think of stuff and couldn't. Nothing was coming.
That would have been great. I would have loved it. Do you want to do news or mailbag? Up to you.
Well, let's go ahead and knock out the mailbag. Okay.
Okay.
Ready.
Because it's mail.
Oh, yeah. If you want to get in on the mailbag, you can do so right there. Very easy. CBO email at gmail.com. And you want to ask a question, you got a comment, you got a concern, you want advice, because people ask us for advice all the time. There he is, Golden Slots. Good to see you, buddy.
I really enjoyed watching him with the dog races and horse races.
My favorite was 40-1. This one's gonna win.
He had less idea what he was doing than I did. I could have done about the same.
So then I corrected him, told him how to do it properly, and then he started losing. So that's why I said do whatever you were doing. It was perfect. Love you, Gold. Good to see you, buddy. That's too funny. All right, mailbag time. Let's not make this 2 hours, right? Try not to. We start off with, hey, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
So, my dog jumped at an elderly man on a walk and made him fall over. I walked away quickly and didn't look back. What will happen? Thanks. I'm from Trenton, Utah.
So his dog jumped on the guy or jumped towards the guy?
It's not like you knocked him over.
Yeah, it sounds like he knocked him over.
Did the elderly man make any noise?
That's a good question.
It's like he just hightailed it out of town. He's like, I'm out of here.
Oh,
the
man.
elderly
Dog
man
has warrants.
high on edibles and probably just fell asleep.
Put it to sleep, dude. It's a danger to the community. You're gonna kill somebody.
What that reminds me of the story whenever you were attacked by a dog, Mikey.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you told the story. It was a Wednesday that I wasn't on for some reason, and I caught it. And the only thing I can remember was him talking about the dog you latching on, and the dog latching on, and you like going in circles and it's swinging.
Yeah,
with
he
you.
was swinging from my
Yes. And I just thought that was so funny. All I could think of was that John Anderson country song.
Just swinging. Swinging.
He was vicious.
There's Kylie. How are you? Good to see you.
I was thinking about Kylie the other day.
Well, she wasn't thinking about you. She was thinking about Knox.
Wow.
Hello. Hi, Kylie.
Oh,
what a guy.
But anyways, I was thinking about Kylie because she's in Australia, and I was like, wow, Australia is like the where hell is opening up. There was a giant flood there not too long ago. I guess a dam broke, and then I was reading about some sort of plague of bugs that were eating things there. So good on you. Good on you. Oh.
It is morning, there, isn't it?
Children running around. Plagues of children.
My answer is you'll be fine, dude. Don't worry. Just keep walking.
Yeah.
I like it.
If the guy didn't get your license number or something. Yes. Fire, floods, and plague. Yeah. Beautiful Australia.
Y'all just talked about strippers, and Knox had to go check on his friend. A little bit excited there, Knox?
No, you know what? That's a great notion, but no.
Notion of lotion, baby.
So Trent, to answer your question, this is what you need to do. Just don't ever walk that way.
Stay out of the park.
Easy peasy. Stay right away from there. You're good to go.
Low.
Hey, Bubba Reno, good to see you, buddy.
Bubba.
Love the emojis. All right, next up says, hey, Creedence legend.
Hey.
F you, Bishop and Knox, I guess.
Yeah, well, see ya.
What do you think of the moon?
What do I think of the moon?
What's your opinion and thoughts on the moon? Peace and love. Gil in Vermont.
It's a super?
That does. I think that's perfect for somebody named Gil in Vermont.
Wow. Bishop was like, forget it.
So, the moon. I think it's hollow.
You think the moon is hollow?
Yeah, because one time, many years ago, an asteroid hit the moon that rang like a bell. Rang like a bell.
Yeah.
Feel free to look it up.
Feel free to look it. Okay. So
Rang
it's hollow.
Like a bell.
Like that?
Like a bell. Kinda. Sort of.
Was it like a bell where they would check you when you were a kid to see if you were deaf? Did you raise one hand when you heard it in the right?
I didn't hear it. I was not fortunate enough to be alive at that time, I don't think.
Did you turn the page whenever you heard the bell, like an old storybook? Daffy Duck, then bong.
You know what I think about your moon idea?
All right, but what do you guys think of the moon?
Wouldn't it be great to find out that Mikey is actually a flat earther right now?
Oh yes, I could definitely. Look it up. He said that's what a flat earther says.
Look it up.
Look it up. Do a little research.
He says it, and he says, "Look it up." What are our thoughts on the moon? I don't think it's hollow like a bell. For one, that it rang. That would mean that wouldn't there have to be a well, no, I just talked myself out of that. Never mind.
Next try.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Look
it up, dude.
Maybe you are right. Maybe it is hollow, so it rings. But I don't think that we ever really been to the moon. Right? We've talked about this before. I don't think that we've landed people on the moon. And I'm not going to say look it up. I'm just going to say why has it been so long since we've been back, and why isn't there a moon base?
What does Knox's hat say?
It says moon base. It says look it up, dude.
It says
Efficient, dude.
Sims,
dude.
Sims Petroleum.
Did you hear about the stripper that got can't say that from a hen's night?
What is a hen's night?
Is a hen's night like old ladies?
Like a woman's night out kind of thing?
We got confirmation because Knox accidentally showed us his gut earlier.
Yeah,
he was wearing.
Remember that time he sent us the picture of the tick bite?
No, remember that.
Yes.
Hey, Bubba Reno says it's made of cheese.
It was a brutal bite.
Kylie says the moon is flat.
That's a good one. Listen, Mikey, I agree with you about it being hollow. I saw a video once of it having a face and having like a bullet shot in its eye.
It was a spaceship.
So I think that, yeah, it's made of cheese.
Rings.
How did the first landing get through the Van Allen belt?
That's very important. That is one of the things that sticks in my mind every time I hear about it.
We've talked about that a lot. We've also done a lot of looking at. Well, I know I have watched a lot of documentaries, YouTube videos about it. There is a lot of stuff on both sides.
You think we've never ever been to the moon?
Sammy or Dave, who was your favorite Van Allen cover man? Thank you. Yeah, well, listen, Knox, I don't know. I think this is my thought, okay? When has the white man ever gone anywhere and not stayed his welcome and taken everything that he could get from said place?
Yeah. I think that it's also, with that rush to get there so quickly. I've always said this. I feel as if we went to the moon, but it was a long time after the moon landing that you saw. My parents think I'm nuts. Always tell me I'm nuts when I say that because I guess they lived through it. Saw that,
maybe you nuts.
Whatever. Odd says Mikey is partly right. One of the NASA missions, they had set up sensors in the surface before departing, and then internationally dropped the thruster or landing gear or something intentionally. Sorry, something on the surface.
Impotent.
At the Durango, and the sensors picked up echoes, which indicates at least some potential caverns or open spaces beneath the surface. Okay, that's interesting.
That's right.
How about no? That's another.
But also,
no,
listen, we could have won. I don't know. I mean, who am I to say?
Knox?
What's your thoughts on the moon?
Great. Thank you, Knox.
Is there a problem? I think we've been there. I think all that's real.
Perfect sound effect. Yeah, listen, I'm there with you too, Knox. I'm easily swayed. You seem to be the person they like the most in the chat, so I'm going to say I'm with Knox now.
I'm just telling you what I think. I think that they really went. I think we had to. I think that Apollo, was it 13 when they almost didn't come back?
Yeah.
I think all that's real. And no, sadly I cannot water ski.
Just wondering.
You almost got an invite.
That would have been great. Yeah, but that's what you don't want to lie about, Mikey. Then they all find out big time if you can do it or not.
Do farts linger longer on the moon? Asking for a friend.
Well, yes, with the solar wind, yes. It amplifies farts. Look it up.
Look it up.
Sammy says there's also a conspiracy theory that there is a base underneath the surface of the moon. I like that one, but
listen, I could believe that. I could say, okay, I agree with Knox saying that we went and then we just built stuff in secret.
We're headed for Mars next.
And then we said, okay. But my thing is, why did no one else go? Why has no one else gone to the moon? Why is it?
No, it's true. Why is nobody building on our acreage that we own on the moon?
Because they can't.
Odd says, what do you think of the moon, Knox? I think it goes nicely with the Merlot. Why can they not build on the moon, but they can set a flag on there? Six says the moon is flat. Look it up, dude. All right.
Moving on.
I can sit here all night and talk about the moon landing. Hey, guys.
Hello.
I love your channel. So my question is, if someone broke into your house and you didn't have a gun, what weapons would you want to have? That from Hans in Michigan that was on the chase today, or what? Which one was it? That's funny.
Yeah, he was on one of the chases.
Hans?
What would you use? I would be like hiding somewhere. So I don't even know what.
Where would you be hiding? And
if somebody broke, what are you going to do?
Smell the nicotine on you?
What are you going to do if somebody breaks into your house? You go investigate it, or just huddle up like a little bitch, like I would?
Lock the door.
I'd have to do something. I've got people, I got children and a wife in here.
I like Creed's anti-Hulk Hogan a promo there. What you gonna do, brother, when someone breaks in your house? This is Macho Man, apparently. Are you gonna go in there and you're gonna investigate, or are you gonna hide somewhere?
Kylie said she'd use a cricket bat.
The great Mexican cricket bat.
Yes.
I personally would use.
By the way, that's an IPL. That's an IPL cricket horn. By the way, FYI. Yeah. Send the dogs.
Release the hounds.
Peace and love. Peace and love, says a banjo.
Peace and love. Banjo.
I like that thought. Like you always have a hot shot of like heroin next to you. And you just jab them with heroin.
Could I buy some pot from you?
Who are you, Dexter? You like
just,
get them?
Just a big dose. Nighty night is the last thing they hear.
Sleep.
Sleep. Poison darts. I like that too.
I think that I would run to the bedroom and just lock the door, because that's our little our hideout. Didn't you know we have a?
He's got a panic room.
Poison darts, like with a blowgun.
Of course. What other ones are there?
Blowguns are great.
Here, you goddamn jackass!
I would just rough talk them like
yeah, beautiful hire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do a show on why we never made it to the moon. However, YouTube may take it down and ban me. I've seen tons of research on how we can't get past our atmosphere. Well,
listen. We're not worried about the moon no more. We're worried about home protection. What are you going to do?
Hey, Bishop.
Yes.
Don't be rude.
Sorry. I'm kidding, Gold. I'm kidding.
T-ball bat is the answer, by the way. T-ball bat.
T-ball bat.
And one thing that I wanted to do, just like I used to love doing the Pick and Flip podcast, but don't have any time, is we wanted to get Dan Ellison, the educated redneck, on and do a conspiracy show, because I think that would be a lot of fun to do.
You guys are always crying about that shadow band that you got, and now you want to get yourself double shadow band. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Why don't we just bring topless girls on here too, Creed? And we'll do a review of that. Topless girl show. Let's see. I'm going to look next to my bed and tell you all the things that's next to my bed that I might be able to use as a weapon.
If someone breaks into your house and you don't have, you have made poor choices in your life.
I see a long flathead screwdriver next to my bed.
I love
might use that.
Oh.
Yeah, don't show that. Oh, no. That's like an instant ban.
It's a cap gun.
It doesn't matter. Okay,
well, there goes that shadow ban. Well, call Danny up. Someone do the show next week.
His window. I think we're all right. Yeah, that's a Big no.
All right, good to know for next time.
When he plans on breaking it out again. Appropriate moment.
That'll work.
Have any of you ever had someone break into your home while you were there at your house, though? No, Bishop is a prime candidate for being broken into, but
yeah.
No, not while I was here. Someone broke in probably about 20 minutes before I come home, and that was nice. That's sweet of them.
Look, I had an idea, Golden, about doing a conspiracy theory type thing, but just that word is rough.
Yes.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, I don't know how we would.
Yeah, that word is gonna
crazy ideas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can word it right. But...
Anyways, yeah, I would use a knife.
Hey, stud.
Hey,
hi.
Talking to you, Knox.
Do you ever count the number of times you had sex in your life? That from JJ in Arizona.
What happened?
Oh! Not the amount of people, but the amount of times you've had sex?
Ooh. Tens of thousands?
Tens of thousands?
Oh, sure.
Well, let's think about it mathematically. You're saying tens of thousands of times.
I quit counting after the first year I was with my girlfriend, now wife. I know that was
Bishop was getting his calculator.
It was around 1,200 the first year.
There's no more bedposts left, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Too many notches, dude.
1,200, you're saying. Do you know what 1,200 is? 1,200? You know that's 1,200, right, Mikey?
Yeah. There was some 25, 30 times a week. I was a young guy. I was like
30 times a week?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I was a young guy. I mean, come on.
I
wish I could get 30 times a year now. That would be nice.
Here we go. Trying to get people to message him privately again.
How many solo missions you get in a day, Mikey?
Oh my God, I don't know about that.
All right, so you're saying that we'll take the point. So 1,200 and 365 days a year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're saying that you had it three times.
I was 17.
See, that would not have flown in my household.
She was 15.
Nope.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh
The
my
40s were
God!
a
Who
different time,
the
huh?
hell cares?
The 70s were a
Right.
better time than they are now.
What was the age of consent back then?
14.
Oh, so you're good.
Oh yeah, I was in the clear. North Carolina has very liberal rules on love.
I actually have the rule book right here. It says, if there's grass on the field, you can play.
Yeah.
That was written by Tom
old
Tiller.
enough to bleed, old enough to stab.
Thank you, sir.
That was the thing I got in trouble for, by the way. Creed yelled. That was the first time Creed ever yelled at me at the Rock Studios. When I
What's
said
what?
When I said
what?
old enough to bleed. Old
Oh,
enough to
yeah.
stab.
Well,
No, I got in trouble for that.
Cab Happy, this is one of my favorite comments of the night. Thank you.
Young like wool.
Take off your shoes to count. What is a moron? Do Canadians not use the word moron?
Oh, you know what a moron is. Like an idiot. Dummy. Knox, what about you? I
He
did
might.
have twins one time, Di. Not here. Not right now. Knockers, come on.
When he was 15, he had twins.
What's the What's the question?
How many times?
Let's go ahead and move on. We still have news to get to.
We have plenty of time.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
Can I answer that? I can't even begin to. Couple thousand.
We took a flex.
Flexing on these fools.
Couple thousand.
Couple thousand.
Goal.
Just last year.
Coronavirus really slowed me down, dude.
Wilt Chamberlain numbers.
Had to stay away 6 feet. Wasn't a problem, dude.
Oh!
What was your daytime max, Mikey?
Daytime?
Or just a 24-hour period?
Was he
Mikey, how many times between we'll say noon and 3:30 p.m.?
Mikey, what's your total between when Regis and Kelly were on?
What was happening during Price is Right?
I'm more of a Kathy Lee and Hoda kind of guy myself.
I like morning numbers.
I like it when they were drinking.
I like it when you can see what you're doing. Where you at?
Eyes closed the whole time.
I check myself out.
Oh my god.
Check me out.
Hi, Creed and Mikey, the legend.
Oh, hello.
I need to go on a 600-mile journey 2 days from now to see my friend.
Oh, okay.
But I've never driven a car before, and I don't have a license.
Uh-oh. Well, Mikey's definitely the guy to talk to about driving.
That's a good point. So now I need to learn quickly in 2 days, hopefully less. If I can learn in even an hour, that would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys learn in a parking lot? Do you have a PDF I could read? Thanks in advance, Dr. Jeffrey Stevens via Facebook.
So I'm going to say Dr. Jeffrey's a fake doctor.
I would imagine so.
Leave a day early. Leave a day early and just take the back roads. A lot of back roads where you can be alone.
So what you did?
No,
of course.
I would
Back
take him on the
roads.
interstate. If he's never drove before,
Trial by fire.
well, no. But I'm saying he'll get lost way easier if he's never drove before. His sense of direction is probably horrible. So at least if you're on the interstate, you'll have less chances of getting lost.
He is a doctor. I mean, he's obviously bright.
Well, yeah, but
comes from money, of course, or he would have. He's had a driver his entire life. Lives in the city.
I think I learned how to drive so well from video games. Like seriously, like Hard Driver. I think it was called. Mikey, what was that game? You remember the game Hard Driving?
Hard Driving, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I learned from that the arcade version of that, where you actually get into like a car. My mom taught me how to. My mom taught me how to drive, kind of. Yes, Mikey is Gene Simmons. How many times in how many days? I didn't say the C word.
Yeah, you did. Not that C word. The C word that you're not supposed to say on. It's okay. It's all right. At least he hasn't dropped 15 F-bombs like every other Wednesday.
Or brandished a weapon.
Or brandished a weapon, or had pot sitting next to him, or anything.
Yeah.
Any of the above.
But no, I seriously think I learned how to drive so well. I think that I'm the best driver out of all you guys.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not trying to be like Mikey and saying that I got it 1,200 times in a year.
Do you know this 2012 game called something Drive?
Beaming
Drive? No.
Obviously, I guess Knox is her.
That's a good looking cupcake.
It was a good look. I mean, I think I've definitely. I'm the Mikey of driving, and Mikey's the Mikey of lovemaking. But I'm the Mikey of driving because I think I've drove all of you guys.
Oh yeah,
around more than any of you combined have drove me. Or
You always wanted to drive, though. You always wanted to drive. Here, I'll drive. I'll drive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he were telling us you would drive.
It's true.
Well, who else was going to drive? What car did you have that you were going to drive?
I had a Cadillac.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. Is that what you call that thing? It was like the bottom of the barrel Cadillac. And Creed had a yellow car he had to keep hidden because he didn't have insurance and he hadn't made payments in forever on. So he never drove.
That might be partially true, probably.
Which one? What part's not true?
Both of them probably are true.
Yeah.
I also remember the tires.
Remember
the tires were flat.
The tires went flat and grass grew from under the car.
Yes, that's because he never drove the car. Right.
There's probably bees in there too.
They liked us to drive the other vehicles.
Yes.
And you had that. You had that really cool stereo too that had the face that popped out.
Yes, I did.
The Pioneer, right?
Was that
an Alpine or a Pioneer?
That was a Pioneer. I liked it because I had a radio logo, the on-air thing that flipped around like it was a Howard Stern show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was what I liked on that. And I had what they call the band pass box in the back with a couple of subs. Yeah, and it went boom, boom. You know, like cool people do.
Mm-hmm. And it was lowered.
No, I think that's got
how it came. Dropped down.
It was a sporty woman's car. I mean, it was very nice.
It was a sporty woman.
It was a Cavalier, wasn't it?
It was the Fem wagon.
Yeah,
Cavalier. Cavalier Super Sport.
It was very low mileage. I remember just after I had gotten it.
I remember you didn't drive it for 6 years that we worked together.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. I do remember shortly after I'd gotten it. It was brand new. I remember parking at the time my girlfriend's house at about 8 a.m. coming back from Marty's. Coming back from Marty's, working Wave 104.1, worked till midnight, went over to Marty's, and tried to drink till the sun came up. Anyways, ended up over at the girlfriend's house, which was right down the road, and I remember trying to make it out the door to puke, but it made it into like all the air conditioning vents.
Oh.
And I remember she was out there with like Q-tips, and she knew how pissed I was because it was a brand new car. And when I traded that in, there were still remnants of that because there was no way of.
You got to trade that in?
Or is this I traded that. That car I traded in. Yeah.
I was going to say the yellow car. I figured they finally come and got
that. Was the yellow car? No, that was the yellow.
You traded the yellow car in? How?
Yes.
You hadn't made payments in 6 years.
It was not that. You're completely wrong. I'm sure that there's a few. No, there's nobody looking for.
Marty had a really cool vibrating glove.
She did. Marty used to walk around the bar.
I remember meeting her, and she did that to me.
Yeah, with the glove. And
what is this place? Yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah,
that's how she kept the riffraff out.
The riffraff would stay out for that. If I was riffraff, I would show up for that.
The riffraff that was for that bar. I didn't like it. It's like Steve Porter.
Thank God Mikey never went with us. He would still be there today.
I'd have never
right.
He never left.
I used to ask her to do it.
Yeah, well, Marty's was amazing. I mean, she was awesome. The crowd in there was.
You got the glove or what?
I don't know if they ever even closed.
She had her mother's ashes around her neck.
Look at that coming in with yellow. Thank you, gold and slots. Everybody okay? Is that thunder?
Yes, it
is.
Rain.
Rain.
Thunder and lightning.
Thanks again, Gold. You're amazing. Did you ever get that $5 I sent you on PayPal, by the way? I did. I sent him. Well, he does the wheel at the end. So I don't know how to Snapchat. I don't know how to send I don't know how to do any of that. I know how to use PayPal. And it never went through. I think that it did finally, but I tried. Anyways, stank. Whatever that means.
We got stank.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, man?
Keep doing it.
Jesus. Right,
did you ever get that $5 I sent you?
Oh yeah, keep it going.
Thank you, Gold. Jeez.
Wait for the other 20, and then not.
Is this because you won't
ask
give
about
us? You think this is going to make up for you not telling me how to get up with Timothy Self?
Oh, he's busy. Timothy is going to start streaming slots soon.
Oh, great! More
hell yeah!
Just what we needed.
I tried to do a stream earlier, and we had a live chase. So. Well, thank you. That's a lot of golden love.
That's a lot of love, baby.
Gold and Slots on YouTube. Great friend of ours. Lots of fun watching his streams. We have a blast. Something funny that happened over while we were gone. Emily won on his wheel.
Oh.
And so we took that 25 and bought a bonus. The bonus buy, you can buy a bonus and you get it, blah, blah, blah. It was like $120, something like that. Maybe a little bit more. It was kind of nice. So we had a little bit of a payout there. It was fun. I have a sneaky suspicion that Mikey's huge numbers are actually the number of lifetime strokes, not encounters.
No. Incorrect.
That's a good one. Let's do news.
Are you
Let's
sure?
do it.
I thought we were leaving. No? News? Okay.
It's hard to believe that it's been over a year and a half since Popeyes has brought out their chicken. I know this is very important news. Let's count.
Popeyes is very important.
Big stud.
That's a stud there.
1,200, baby.
That's a stud.
Every bit of 15.
That's a stud. Jesus.
What are you doing?
He's got his own money train going. I love it.
One-man money train.
Let me try this. Hold on. Gold, did you ever get that $48 that I sent you? So if he gives it 20 each time you say 5, wait till the next payout. Do the math.
It's big money, baby.
Look it up.
Look it up.
Oh, you're too much, man. Thank you. Jesus. Anyways, all right. Let's count how many people have those Chick-fil-A sandwiches now. It's pretty much everybody, right? McDonald's has Popeyes. Well, anyways, Burger King has not.
I thought you were going to say, let's count how many people have gave us money tonight, and it's only one gold. So the rest of you.
Stop.
Unbelievable.
No, seriously.
These people are good to us. Very good.
I know. I'm kidding. They know I'm joking around.
Hope so.
They know I'm joking around. Don't get your.
All right. So, anyways, Burger King is going to have theirs. They've been working on it since.
Twist. Go ahead.
They've been working on it since 2019. Now they cannot. They can't get it out.
NASA mission.
Right.
Burger King cannot, and KFC just came out with theirs too.
Hasn't KFC had a chicken sandwich for years? I mean, it's
not
KFC.
Yeah, but not the exact ripoff of the Chick-fil-A.
So it's not cooked in brine.
Yeah, that pickle brine.
Well, speaking of pickles, it's because of a pickles shortage is why they cannot get it released as of yet.
Ooh.
I
always get no pickles on my chicken sandwiches anyway. I don't do the pickles thing.
Really?
You know what's weird is I had the new chicken sandwich from McDonald's. I was like, okay, I'll check it out. It comes in a bag like they give you at Chick-fil-A.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that on Review Bras thing. It looks, it's like there's no way around it.
It's in the exact bag.
See?
This is why you don't do that, Bishop. It's why we don't talk about anything.
Talk about it.
Because especially Gold has sent a ton of money. Jason and Rachel both have bought a year's worth of coffee.
I'm sorry. I thought
at this point.
I misread.
Just look at the color, B-Shop.
Right. Well, I didn't know it was different colors. I never.
Oh yeah, you never watch any of our videos, so you would not know that.
What videos?
Yes, exactly.
The only time I ever get a call from Knox is when we're live.
Rachel will never see any of that. It's fine. Go ahead.
It's funny.
Keeping them on the air. Keeping them boys on the air one time a week.
I asked one question in the group chat hours ago.
That was funny.
You guys got any ideas?
I was trying to come up with an idea.
I said, let me think also. Let me think.
Yeah.
So appreciate that. Let's make sure to give it all to him.
But,
I told Creedence, like, look, I'm gonna put, because Creedence like, we're gonna put something up and see if the guys can come up with anything tonight. I said, all right, let's do it.
Because Mikey and I were kind of bantering back and forth trying to figure something out.
No,
other than a game show, other than the same thing we do every week. And
right. Well, clearly we didn't have a problem filling time. So this is overtime.
We did our job. We honestly we did.
This is overtime. This is overtime. This is time and a half. This is pay and a half. So
yeah,
we're an hour and a half in. What are you talking about? How long is the show supposed to be?
You're 3 minutes over. Hour and a half. 3 minutes over. Overtime.
I'll make sure to read really slow just to piss you guys off.
We had to renegotiate these contracts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that time we were on for 6.5 hours, Creed?
I do. That was an overnight, and I believe that wasn't the only thing we did that day, and I believe we were on the next day as well.
Oh my God!
I believe that was 6:52, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that was
total.
I'm so glad the internet didn't happen when Mikey was getting it 1,200 times a year, because Jesus Christ, the blogs would still be writing those blogs about that.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
And this is, I was reading before, you guys were going back and forth, and you said the 100,000 views, the 20,000 comments, and
that's on Facebook. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
Yeah.
But Mikey, if you read bad things, like any kind of like negative comments, which I've seen a couple of them, where like some guy was like, "You just don't talk," and does that upset you when you read those? Like,
no, I get on the air and talk about them and read them to during We Gotta Chase because I think it's hilarious. Why would I care about someone I don't know that has an opinion about me and I don't know them? I mean, they say anything they want. I'm not a 15-year-old girl getting banged 1,200 times a year.
So let's
not me at all.
Let's timestamp this, and now when it grows 5 times what it's doing right now, and people are getting meaner because there's more of them, we'll ask the same question again.
Well, they'll go after you next.
Probably. I mean,
I will tell you this: it doesn't bother me much, except for the troll. The trolls get me more. I don't care about people making comments. I don't care about that. But when they come in and they think that they're
I have to talk Creed down off the ledge constantly.
I can't help but engage with some of them because it's so bad. Like, come in and troll. There's been some good ones, and we've laughed about it.
Has that one guy been back?
Which one guy? There's been
the very first one we ever dealt with. The very first one. The night we had Brett Hatley on.
Oh no,
no, he's not a troll. That's not.
No.
That's a whole different thing. And by the way, we're doing very well compared to his channel.
Oh yeah,
as Mikey and I have compared that within the last few days. It's kind of funny you brought him up because he's been a nothing to us since then.
Turn them off.
TikTok.
That's right. So next up on CNB News at 9, this dude right here.
Oh my God!
Former paramedic in North Carolina, actually Mecklenburg County, right near where I'm at, so Charlotte area. He is accused of killing his wife by poisoning her with eye drops in 2018. He was arrested this week for allegedly starting a fire on a medical helicopter mid-flight in 2019.
Oh, he looks like it. I mean, look at that one eye.
Debo.
Yeah. You cover up one side of his face. It's
a white Debo.
Police records show that. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No.
Police records show that 36-year-old Joshua Hunsucker was arrested Monday afternoon on a felony charge of burning personal property. A police report says that shortly after midnight on November 26th, 2019, Hunsucker set a piece of medical equipment on fire mid-flight, forcing the medical helicopter into an emergency landing.
Did he kill the lady with the eye drops? Or was
he did?
Yeah.
Wow.
But why was he on a? Okay.
I know. After that, I don't know.
Yeah. Why wasn't he in prison?
I don't know.
I mean, he don't even have a neck. It's like straight from his ears down.
What did I turn red about?
Oh, when the trolls come in, you get really heated.
Oh, I can guarantee that. That's
look at that neck. And I mean, looks like straight down, no neck. He looks like a kind of a nice haircut though. Mongo.
Roid rage.
Specialized syndrome.
Yeah, nice dude. We go to Florida now, where deputies are investigating the case of a break-in and a joyride of a locomotive. That would be
a train.
Big train. In Newberry, Florida. The break-in was discovered Monday by now this is kind of funny. It was discovered Monday by Florida Central Railroad. Deputies say, however, the joyride is believed to have occurred between Wednesday and Sunday. I don't even know.
What a time frame.
Officials say that the 1959 EMD GP-18 was locked, but the suspect or suspects may have gained access through a window. 2 switches valued at over $30,000 were damaged when the locomotive was put in motion. Anyone with information is asked to call the sheriff's office there in that county.
That's a great looking train they got.
I mean,
still
a train. I mean, did they put it back or that's a very odd story.
They ran it down quite far apparently and abandoned it. And then they didn't even realize that it was happening.
I don't think I could even figure out how to get a train moving.
That was Florida Central Railroad.
I guess.
Not as widely popular and successful as Confederate Railroad.
Oh.
They were quite the band.
I bet he owned a few Izods in his day.
Yes, he was wearing his dad's slacks while he killed his wife.
Have a good night, Mr. Speaker. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming by.
Wonder if the wipers were left on. They probably
more than likely in the hazards.
Okay. What else we got? Oh, this is fantastic. So, they're, I guess, trying to get cows to produce a little more milk. And I'm not kidding you when I show you this.
Give us more milk.
This is real. This is not a joke.
This is a Chick-fil-A commercial for chicken.
This is not a joke.
Is this a reboot of Lawnmower Man?
They roam around with those VR goggles. They have been specially made for these dairy cows to help them relax in order to produce more milk, according to a press release from Moscow's Ministry of Agriculture and Food. They say that apparently what they do, I don't have to read the whole damn thing, but what they do is they show them colors that stimulate for more milk. They show a sunny pasture, even though it might be really crappy day out, whatever. And so that's what makes them produce more milk.
Can you imagine how expensive that is?
I would think that would be pretty expensive, yeah. But I mean, if they're producing a crap load more milk,
that's a very sickly looking cow. I mean, that cow looks rough.
Yes, it looks like he's about.
It was very
It's probably a beef cow.
Yeah, but do you care about how they feel? Like I always hear the commercial about the ethical treatment of our farm animals. I don't think we should have ethical treatment of farm animals that we're gonna eat. You know why? What kind of rope-a-dope is that? You make them feel good their whole life, and then you just murder them out of nowhere.
If I don't see it coming,
putting eye drops in their food,
right? Make them wish for death.
Use the thing.
They'll be happy when it happens.
Sweet release.
Right.
Yeah, they play like pictures of a beautiful pasture, apparently, and like it's sunny, and then they're giving them colors that I guess stimulate more and more. That's the Colonel's secret recipe.
I believe in that whole thing where if you, if there's a very traumatic end to an animal's life and you eat that meat of the animal, it probably puts some nasty, very angry feeling chemicals in you.
You believe in that, yet you eat the way you do.
I'd like to get the filet mignon.
I love sushi.
Can you give me the backstory on this cow here?
What?
How did he die? Natural causes? Sounds good.
Eat the way I do. What does that mean?
Sorry, we don't. Was the chicken smothered with a pillow in his sleep? I mean, how do you ethically kill something?
Knox, are you a vegan? That's what I mean. You're not a vegan, right?
Not even close. Not even
All right,
close.
so if you believe that, so you're okay with putting that into your body, those poor animals.
No, I get what Knox is saying, but
I don't want animals killed by accident.
Right? Was he pushed off a cliff?
So, needless to say, Knox wouldn't mind if he walked in, and I remember the thing that's on Facebook I see all the time that has the "Hi, my name is Cody" or whatever. And I was from. You still get it?
What is that?
I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, you guys aren't on Facebook very often, I'm sure.
What about Pollard?
Pollard would. On Facebook, there are people that share all the time a picture of meat at a grocery store that has a name and some information about
They
the
put a
animal.
name tag on it. Yeah.
Oh,
Hi, my name was whatever.
Yes,
and people ask, would you go and buy it? Yeah.
Hi, my name is Betsy.
Oh,
My name is
gotcha.
I fell down a flight of stairs and broke my neck.
You just have to give us a little backstory, Creed. I'm sorry, we're not in the same kill animal group that you are, murderer. No, but
I don't know who said that was a beef cow. It makes no sense. I don't understand why that was said. Knox said that. Yeah, we understand that, Mr. Speaker. Just Knox maybe just didn't understand it.
But
how did this fish die?
Was he surprised? Did he?
Where did he get that?
It doesn't. Listen,
the 72 ounces.
I'm just saying, like, if you go hunting, I think if the animal suffers after you shoot it, that's probably bad for the meat.
So you want like a JFK headshot on all your animals?
Clean kill, dude.
Yeah.
Can I go ahead and kill it myself?
You ever killed a deer? Any of you ever killed a deer before?
Of course not.
With my car, yes,
but not with a gun.
Multiple cars.
I've killed multiple deer with a gun.
Oh,
for fun? How did the meat taste?
It's a horrible feeling when they run away after you shoot them.
Right.
You can't find them, and you just have to follow a blood trail.
Enough, why did they?
Otherwise, very nice.
Can't believe they would run away after you shoot them.
Well, hopefully they drop and they don't run at all.
We can't help you're not a good shot.
Yes,
I was a good shot for some, just not all of them.
Maybe higher caliber. Maybe
Look
drop
here.
A 30-06.
I don't want this deer.
Maybe get a 30-07. A
30-07.
This deer died in such a horrible way. I can't bear to eat him.
Enough of the pew pew talk, please.
Oh, sorry.
YouTube's AI is gonna kill this.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah. A mother in Scotland got scared when she heard strange noises coming from her baby's bedroom.
It was a deer that Knox was chasing. He got away.
It's very late at night. He just left it because he saw it flickered a couple of times. Says, "Well, I can't eat that meat." No, it's gotta be a dead. It's just gotta be a dead pump.
Clean kill, dude.
Basically.
Ethically killed baby formula, dude.
Yeah, there you go. Ontario nailed it right there. But show what she had to say.
What she?
Yes. What is she? With
What did you have to say, sweetheart? Hey, honey. Hey, honey.
Canadian women, ugly as hell.
Oh my god.
What you have to say?
What about you, honey? What you say about?
Hey, babe. What you got for us tonight, babe?
Put up odds. She's a hottie. She knows. I killed that deer by scaring it to death.
Jive Turkey says Mama Bish said that Knox was a killer. That's true. She did.
He did say he was a killer.
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, good for you, Jive Turkey.
Good callback.
Oh, Shaxy, who are. That's too funny.
So
But
after you
that bitch,
hunt the
odd
deer
up real
and he
quick.
doesn't go quickly, do you call the ambulance and then you make him think?
Revive him.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
you
go to
gotta-
the
you gotta-
hospital and you make him think he's gonna make it out, and then you just drop a
doing
cinder
good,
block
bud.
off the top of the building when he's leaving the hospital, looking at his loved ones.
If I don't kill him the first time, I take him home and help him recuperate, then get a clean kill as they leave.
Right? You have to Tony Sopranos him.
Yeah,
Just lights
piano
out.
wire. Yeah.
This steak smells sad.
It's the truth.
This steer here. Oh my God! This steer here was massively depressed before he died.
It's good chicken. This is a good chicken wing, but I don't know if the chicken was ready to die. I don't think he had his last rites. Was this chicken Catholic? Did he get his last rites too?
So, really stupid question. People that do have those thoughts, right, or think that, are typically going to be vegan, correct?
No, of course. No. I've heard that before too. Listen, I'm not trying to brag, but I watched this YouTube video where they threw a rock and it hit a cow and it rung like a bell. So
look it up.
All cows are hollow. So look them up. Look it up. I'm just saying, look it up.
Man, I can't eat this sausage. I'm pretty sure this pig was molested as a kid.
A mother in Scotland got scared when she heard some strange noises coming from her baby's bedroom late at night, only to realize that later that her little tot's Bluetooth nightlight had picked up the sounds of a neighbor watching some porn.
Oh,
wow.
He apparently had accidentally connected to something else that while he was watching some very loud porn over the weekend. Dawn said that they were watching TV at their home when they heard some mysterious moaning happening in the other room.
The house is haunted.
They went into the bedroom and they heard things.
Who watches porn with the volume really loud? Like
apparently their neighbor.
Like it's an action film. And get the surround sound.
Yeah,
on.
sometimes you just got to get the headphones on and just jump in there.
Turn it up.
Hello.
Oops, sorry, wrong one. Come in. So anyways, that's what happened on that one.
We used to love at work when I worked at the eyeglasses place. They had a Bluetooth up front, and because they didn't want to play music from the radio for some reason, and we would pair it to our phone and play polka music, and they would come back there and they would be like, "There's something wrong with this speaker. It's not playing what's on my phone right now." So the guy that was working back there with me, he'd go up there and he'd look at it and be like, "Yeah, hold on," and he would fix it, and then 10 minutes later we would pair our phone again with it and play polka music. And then sooner or later they were just like, you would just walk up front and there's polka music playing. And it was such a joy doing that.
Where was this at again?
At the at iMart Express. Yeah, we worked in the lab, so we couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
But the speaker was up front, so everyone walking into the place, there's loud polka music.
Was it hard to make glasses?
Well, yes. The thing people don't know about glasses is that I cut my finger and I bled on their glasses, then they would see angry things. So if I hurt myself in the process of making glasses, then the glasses would be, you would see bad things with them.
Sister Odd says if you ever have fresh caught fish that tastes gamey, it's likely because it wasn't killed quickly and it wasn't bled out quickly. That's interesting.
Is that why fish smell? Because they're not ready to go?
No.
Not like this.
It's not my time. I'm too young. Too young.
A man in the Philippines had a knife lodged in his body for more than a year after he was stabbed without realizing it was even there.
Where'd the handle go?
It broke
he was
off.
stabbed by a group of teenagers back in January of 20. He was taken to a government hospital for treatment, but the treating physician allegedly just stitched up the wound and gave him painkillers and said, "See ya." Didn't even take an x-ray. However, a 4-inch blade was still lodged inside the body next to his rib cage. Said he occasionally felt pain in his chest when the weather was cold, but it was never bad enough for him to go see a doctor.
That's weird. That's a massive lawsuit.
It's in his chest or in his back? It looked like it was in his back. I could believe.
There's a spine right there. I mean, it's just over to the side near his ribs. It looks like it went up and got hung in some meaty tissue.
Yeah, between the.
Maybe he was fat.
He says, I just waited for the pain to pass. 14 months after he was stabbed, he had to pass a pre-employment medical test for a new job, and that's when they had the x-ray and found out that it's been in there since then.
Wow.
It's just pretty crazy. Absolutely crazy, I tell you.
That was what I was laughing at. Yeah.
Knox, I thought you'd find this interesting. We found this out today. Didn't even see the news until now about New York State legalizing marijuana for adults.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's it.
Here's the thing. It's exciting, and I'm happy for everybody over it. But nothing is going to be available till at least 2022. So you got to wait a long time for all that to get done. And then on top of that, it's funny to read about this stuff, as you're going to mention in your story, I'm sure.
I don't have a whole lot.
People who write these regulations don't partake in.
Don't get the lifestyle
of. They don't. You know why? Because each person can have 3 ounces on them.
Yeah.
What person besides a drug dealer have you ever known to have 3 ounces on them at once?
I don't know. Is that a lot?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Who gives a shit? Who cares? Isn't that good then?
I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know.
Would you rather them have like a quarter of an ounce or an eighth, and that's all you can have?
That's what you should have on you in public, I think. Yeah, that's what I think would be.
Why?
I can't believe you've
explain that.
Guys walk around with so much weed.
They do that so people won't get they won't get jail time like they did before. You know.
So you want hold on, you want it like the good old days when you got jail time, but you want to be able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're gonna expunge everybody's stuff. They don't ever had any. I mean,
it's good. It's good. I just think it's just crazy that people are allowed to have 3 ounces on them at one time.
Well, good. I mean, at least they didn't give you a time. I mean, you're talking about a state that just went through years of making sodas that are larger than whatever illegal to even have.
Diabetes.
And now here we are legalizing pot, and you're saying it's too much. I mean, what do you think they're gonna? I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I'm happy about it, but it's just it's whatever.
New York is now the 15th state to allow recreational marijuana for adults.
Knox does not like it.
No, I thought that's like a huge.
Yes, I was thinking that too. Hey, I was trying to figure out a way.
Would you like partake in this before I take care of business? Oh, don't worry about that.
Oh, hey, I'm just gonna go get some snacks. You sit right here on the couch. Clean kill.
Legislation could create up to 60,000 jobs and generate 350 million. Well, I wish it was only about 3 billion. I wish it was only about 200.
Yeah, that's too many jobs.
Too many jobs. Too many people around the traffic. Now they're all going.
I mean, how many counties are there in New York? One place per county. 10 people per county.
Too many jobs. Too much money. Total sales tax rate of 14%. Is that about? Is there lower tax, by the way, on cigarettes or on weed than there is cigarettes? I bet you there is.
Yeah. A lot.
Too much tax, dude.
Only 2 more quick news story for CNB News at 9. Science. Well, you can get hungry if you're a scientist. Science, everybody. Science.
Some dude is on site of a mass shooting in Orange County.
Yeah, we see that.
Great. Let's talk more about shooting and guns. There. How about that? Coronavirus. Hey, Knox, can I see your pellet gun, please? Jesus Christ.
That's just in. Look here, fellas. I've got my sources. My ear to the street. What day is it?
Stop the clock.
Say there was a shooting.
Anyways, as you were saying, Creed.
Scientists get hungry and they made sausages, that's me.
That's you eating a sausage. Science.
Science.
That's them on a volcano on lava cooking. Cooking which are actually Venus stencil, or is that hot dogs? They call them sausages.
Hot dogs.
Anyways.
Those are hot dogs.
They are, but
look how thin those are.
Do you know what fast-moving lava is called?
A mass shooting.
Pahoe-oe.
Thanks.
Pahoe-oe.
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 No comment. She blinds me with
science.
Thank you. That's hot.
Hot.
These hot dogs smell funny.
No, I'm not even laying here on the ground. They smell funny.
They smell like pahoe-oe.
And last but not least, we go to New Mexico, where a man who just finished his grocery shopping began to drive out of the store's parking lot before he noticed that about 15,000 bees had made themselves home inside of his car on Sunday.
I heard about this.
That's frightening.
He left the window down in his car and was parked at this grocery store. And when he returned to his vehicle around 4 p.m. after shopping, he placed the groceries inside of his car and started to drive off before noticing the swarm of bees in his back seat. How do you not notice that? It's 15,000 bees. Firefighters responded to the scene. They blocked off the immediate area and called in an off-duty firefighter. Jesse Johnson sounds like a stripper.
This is a job for Jesse Johnson.
In his spare time as a beekeeper.
How long until Jesse Johnson has a show on TLC?
Jesse Johnson, known for wrangling 15,000 killer bees from a car.
Something good, I guess.
He had a trash bag full of soda cans and lollipops.
So, anyways, that's about it. And my laptop died that has the closing music on it. So.
Oh, do you want me to take care of that? I got to.
He's a firefighter by day.
Any more breaking news and or last words?
Sorry, I said the bad words this evening.
Mikey,
nice to see all of you, though. Seriously, do I get to...
Go ahead. Do you get what?
Do I get to see any of the cameos that you did for my birthday?
I sent them back.
Got our money back.
Got my money back for them.
There were no cameos.
Okay.
Yeah, don't forget tomorrow at 4 or 5 Eastern time, joining myself and Creedence for We Gotta Chase.
Bee Shop, any last words?
It's great seeing everyone join myself and Mikey on Friday for Poor Sports. And are we going to start the Poor Sports betting afterwards?
Glad you guys liked one of my ideas. That's amazing.
Well, no, I didn't like it. I'm just asking if I have to leave at the end of the regular Poor Sports so I'm not around for that.
That's right. Because you're a busy man. I got it. All right. Goodbye.
See ya.
Don't be rude.